Okay. Hello, Steve White, Steve Arts 89 here. Black Panther. People are already talking about recasting. Do we recast? How do we do the sequel? The sequel was planned, and there was talk that they were going to have. Was it his sister? Oh God, I've forgotten. I saw the film once in the cinema. I loved it, but I haven't had the time to go back and watch it. And I'm forgetting who the female character that they were talking about was going to become the Black Panther in his place. And I don't know if it happened in the comic or if they were just planning to do it in the movies. But either way, I probably should research that. But either way, I'm just talking about what I think they should do. I think they should just reboot the whole movie series. I don't think they can do it without him. If they just have the character not there and someone else take over, it's going to be obvious that they're doing it because the actor's gone, and they may write that he's off somewhere doing something, but it's not going to work. If they kill the character in the universe, that's just wrong because, I mean, he's a hero for kids. They need to have him alive. They don't want him to die. It's bad enough the actor died and there's some confusion. A lot of people are talking about, like, Black Panther died. Well, no, he's still alive and well in the universe, the Marvel Universe. And that's why people are talking about recasting him so the character can go on. And I don't think they should do that in the established universe that they've got. I think they should reboot everything and have new actors, new everything, and then it's just what they did with Superman. Superman, George Reeves, he was reported to have committed suicide in the 50s. It looks as though he was murdered, actually, but it was put down as suicide, and that's what a whole generation of kids thought that their Superman had killed himself, and that's just a horrible thing. And it took 20 plus years, I think, before, I can't remember what year he died, before the Christopher Reeve films in 1978, the first one. It took 20 years, so they took a generation to get another Superman. Their Superman died, and there was no replacing him. Another generation came and wanted another Superman. And same thing happened with Christopher Reeves. He did the films for about a year. About a decade. I think the last one was 87 or 88, so about a decade. And then about 6 years after that, he had an accident and was paralysed, and that just devastated everyone because, Superman is, paralysed. But we all thought he'd walk again. We were just waiting. And he died, and I cried for like 3 days. He was my Superman. And it took, again, 20 years, pretty much until, I think, 2005, they did the fifth film, which was kind of a reboot because they had to recast him and all that. But it was still supposed to be a continuation of the earlier films. But again, it took another generation. Basically, it was another generation who wanted another Superman. It didn't go quite so well. I liked the film. I got it. I related to it as a gay man. The whole not being able to have a family, feeling like you're an alien, feeling separate, this whole outside of society when you're looking at, it was made by gay men, basically, and it didn't totally resonate with the majority straight audience, so they didn't really get it. And also, Kate Bosworth was awful as Lois Lane. I don't know what was worse, her performance or her wig. It was just woeful. They did a good job of recasting Superman, but they did an awful, just god-awful job with Lois Lane. I could not stand her. I was fortunate enough to meet the real Lois Lane, Margot Kidder, have a bit of a chat with her about some stuff. She was amazing. And then she committed suicide, so that was depressing. But they eventually went on to Henry Cavill. They didn't wait another generation for that. I think it was 10 years. But the point is, I don't think they can just replace the actor within the same universe. They need to reboot the whole series, take a break, and reboot it, or maybe just reboot it now. Instead of doing a sequel, do some alternative version of Black Panther that's a different universe, because they've got the multiverse now. They don't have to, they don't have that issue. I think the multiverse is a bit of a whole bunch of baggage around Marvel and now Star Trek, because they've done that with Star Trek as well. But it does have its advantages because you can just switch and people understand that there isn't just one of the characters or one of the universe, basically. So I think that's the best way to do it. an in-universe reboot, which recast everyone rather than trying to just replace him, because it's too, because the only effort thing is to put it off years and years and years, and I don't think they should do that either, because they should strike while it's hot. The new film should have been out already, really, but I think Chadwick knew he couldn't do it, and the reason why they were talking about other options, which kind of, no one was like, why he just had this big $1 billion movie, Oscars, everything, buzz, cultural, it affected, the popular culture, it was amazing. Why wouldn't they go straight into a sequel? Everyone was confused, and why they were talking about replacing him and that's, I guess he had to he must have told someone, I'm not going to be able to do it. I have cancer. I'm not going to be able to do it. I can't, he probably, in theory, he probably could have done it, but he couldn't have gotten the physicality. He couldn't have built up and been, the Black Panther in every sense of the word, I think. Because of his illness. He was alive to play the role, but he would have been a very skinny, different. He couldn't have pulled it off. It wouldn't have been convincing. I think integrity-wise, he wouldn't have done it, even if they had said, well, we can move the film up, so we basically can do it. I don't think that would have worked either. So I haven't been spending a lot of time looking at the behind the scenes of Marvel and Black Panther and that, so I don't know what I'm speculating, and most people are, because no one knew he was sick. And that's the beautiful thing, that no one ratted him out. No one leaked it to the media. Nobody knew he died, and everyone was like, he was obviously sick early in the year, and people started to suspect. Some nasty people were being racist and saying, well, he must be on drugs because he doesn't look well. But up until then, no one thought anything, and no one knew anything. And even after that, no one talked. No one ratted him out. His people were loyal, and it's a tribute to him, I think, that they were. And no one has had anything bad to say about him. There's been a few racist crackpots doing some jokes and stuff here and there, but that's just, you get that no matter what. But yeah, I just saw people talking about it, and some of the Facebook pages on Marvel are not allowing people to talk about it. They actually said, we will not let anyone talk about recasting him. It's disrespectful to him and his family. Anyone trying to post anything will be deleted. It will not be put up. And then they turn the comments off on that. And I'm like, well, gee, that's a bit of censorship right there. I really don't think Chadwick Boseman's family are sitting around reading Facebook posts about fan theories and what fans want to do with Marvel. So I really think the point of the forums is for people to be able to talk, and they're not being able to do that. Like, I wanted to repost my little sort of impromptu review of the film and just, comment on his passing. And I know they won't put it up, so whatever. And a lot of these groups, I don't quite know what their point is. Like, they're supposed to be there for fans, for people to talk, for people to share, to communicate. And they seem to all have agendas, and we will only post this, we'll only post that, and you'll be banned and you'll be blocked. And if people can talk respectfully and disagree respectfully, they should be able to. If people are just going to call names, yeah, sure, delete them, block them. But if you're doing that just because they disagree with you, that's just sad. If you need that much of a safe space that you can't allow anyone in that doesn't just repeat what you say and isn't an echo chamber, that's pretty sad as well. So, that's just my 2 cents. I wanted to put it out there. I think they should reboot in-universe to an alternate version of him with a new actor and just everyone recast, rather than trying to recast just him, because we've tried to do that in the past with movies. It doesn't work. Sometimes you can get an actor who pulls it off, but you still don't want to, you don't want it anyway. You don't want to sort of accept it anyway. So, I can't think of anyone who could do it. Some people are saying Michael B. Jordan should be resurrected and he should take over as the Black Panther. That was one thing I thought maybe could work in a way, because you're getting one of the actors from the first film. You are maintaining the character, and the idea that if no one knows who the Black Panther is, you can have anyone underneath it, kind of like Ruby Rose, how with Batwoman, they're getting another actor who's going to now play, and she's a different race, which obviously people are going to notice, and it's like, well, does just anyone don the cape? I mean, I'm not sure how that works because you see her face. Black Panther could pull it off. You don't know who's in that outfit. But Catwoman, I don't know how they're going to do that. But I'm going to go 10 minutes. I should not talk more than that. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think. I've sort of seen people's sort of ideas, and I don't think anyone's going to come up with anything more new or original than those ones that I've sort of already, I think we've kind of covered the options. Yeah, I want the series to continue. Those little black kids need their Black Panther. We can't just let them think he died with the actor, but they have to do it in the right way or it's not going to work. Yeah, I'm going to go. Bye.